An elephant walked 3 miles to revisit her dead calf. She found the spot, lowered her trunk, and just stood there. Now, I know what you're thinking. Let me explain. What do animals know about death that we don't? Because while one creature sits with its grief, the rest of us look the other way. The more I dug into this, the more it messed with my head. This is what animals understand about death that humans refuse to accept. And honestly, this one got me. It starts out on the open savanna, where an elephant crouches low over a small mound of earth. So let's put the topic right up on the board. Plain and simple. Death. Part 1. Animals don't look away. When one of their own falls, the herd doesn't scatter. They gather. Heads bowed, they come close. And here's the part that stays with you. They came back. 3 separate times. An elephant will trace the path back to the bones of someone it lost, long after the body is gone. So, what's actually happening here? Experts who study elephant grief have a name for it. They've documented the same animals making return visit after return visit, 1, 2, 3, and it makes you stop and wonder what's really going on inside that head. Crows hold funerals. When one crow dies, others arrive, a whole cluster of them, gathering around the body, heads down. It's enough to make you ache just watching it. Researchers mapped it out. The dead crow at the center, and the whole flock pulled in around it. Crows even recognize danger near the dead. They learn from the place where one of them fell. They're learning from death. A chimpanzee mother will hold her dead infant against her chest, rocking, for weeks. She carried him for weeks. Day after day after the death, she keeps grooming, keeps holding, keeps staying. This is not confusion. This is processing. So what's our excuse? Out in the ocean, an orca swims just beneath the surface, nudging her loss along ahead of her. An orca carried her dead calf for 17 days. 17 days of grief. Longer than most of us allow ourselves a single afternoon. Elephant, crow, orca. 3 completely different animals, all doing the same thing. But do they really understand death? The science points to both, the thinking part and the feeling part, meeting at one place, recognition. And whether they truly know it or not, here's what matters. They don't run from it. Part 2. What humans do instead. We reach for the soft words. Passed away. Gone to a better place. Passed on. Lost. No longer with us. Anything but the actual word. And that's the tell. Every euphemism is just death avoidance, wearing a nicer coat. We push the whole subject up into a cloud above our heads and try not to look at it. We ban death from every conversation. Someone brings it up at the table, and watch the room. One covers their ears, one stares at the ceiling. People really act like not talking about it means it won't happen. The animal grieves out in the open. The human turns away and crosses the whole thing out, but every living thing funnels down to the same single fact: it dies. There's even a name for why we hide from it. Terror management theory. The idea that we build entire cultures just to hide from this fear. Part 3. Terror management theory. At the center sits one thing: death awareness, and from it spreads everything. Religion, legacy, culture, money, status, relationships. So wait, everything humans do is to cope with knowing we're going to die? Essentially, yes. That's the research. Going back to Greenberg, Solomon, and Pyshinsky in 1986. Picture an iceberg. The tip is what we focus on: career, goals, fame. The huge mass underneath is the fear of death. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Suddenly, every worry orbits the same center. My legacy, my career, my reputation, am I enough? Remind a person of death, and watch the achievement drive shoot straight up. Reminding people they will die makes them work harder. So corporations basically profit off death anxiety? Kind of, yeah. You buy the luxury thing, and underneath it is one quiet hope. I matter. I won't be forgotten. We even tell ourselves, if I just know enough, maybe I can avoid it. Every religion answers the same question. What happens when we die? Cross, crescent, wheel, star, flame. All of them built around death's certainty. And it's not that religion is bad. It's that we built it so we could sleep at night. But is that wrong? Maybe not. But there's a cost. Part 4. The cost of looking away. We waste time assuming we have it. Staring at a clock we expect to keep ticking forever. Draw life out as a line. A birth dot, a death dot, and in between, mostly blank. We fill the list. make money, buy the house, get the promotion, and leave be happy with a question mark. We do everything except ask why. An old man leans on his cane and says, when you're this old, you think about it differently. And sometimes the smartest thing you can do is just stand next to that and listen. Because here's the truth. The person who thinks about death and the person who avoids it reach the exact same end. Same destination. Different journey. So what if we sat with this, instead of running from it? Studies show people who think about death regularly make better decisions and waste less time. Memento Mori, remember you will die. The Romans kept a skull close on purpose. They used it as a feature, not a bug. The wise ones, the philosopher, the elder, they don't flinch. They turn and face it together. Part 5. Back to the animals. Put them side by side. The elephant stays present, the human runs, and the arrow points back toward the animal. A crow on a bare branch looks down at the one it lost, and looks again. The findings are stacked up. Elephants return to death sites. Crows avoid danger after a death. Orcas carry their calves. They don't build rituals to avoid grief. They just grieve. Even the loudest skeptic goes quiet standing next to that. Grief is the natural response. Avoidance is the learned one. Animals didn't need anyone to teach them grief. It came naturally. Somewhere along the way, we unlearned it. Baby, child, teenager, adult. At every step, we learn to hide it. Don't cry, be strong, move on. The instructions we all got. But what if we said the opposite? Cry, feel it, stay with it. Part 6. What sitting with death actually does to you. Sit with it long enough and something opens up. A whole quiet sky overhead. It makes you more present. The research is clear. Contemplating death increases life satisfaction. The anxious mind, watching the sand run down, slowly softens. Knowing you'll die doesn't paralyze you, it focuses you. One mind that's death-aware gets better priorities, deeper relationships, less wasted time. The mind that avoids it gets anxiety, busyness, and emptiness. This isn't morbid. This is clarity. My grandmother talked about death like it was a neighbor she knew. She'd just fold her hands and say, when my time comes, I'll be ready. That is a life fully lived. So why are we scared of this conversation? Because if we talk about it, it becomes real. Exactly. And that's the point. The thing that's real can't hurt you more than the thing you've been running from. So sit with it. The elephant goes back. The crow stays. The orca carries. None of them needed a therapist to tell them how to grieve. So what if grief is actually healthy? Grief, when processed, allows for meaning-making. Prolonged avoidance causes complicated grief disorder. Processed grief moves upward. Avoided grief just loops, forever, going nowhere. The goal isn't to not feel pain. The goal is to not get stuck. Part 7. How to think about death without spiraling. Step 1. Say the word, death, out loud. Step 2. Think about one person you love. Step 3. Ask, what do I want them to remember? Because this is how legacy is built. Not after death, before it. Most people spend their whole life avoiding the one thing that could make it meaningful. Death is not the enemy of life. It's the thing that makes life matter. Think of a tree. Every autumn, the leaves let go and drift down. The old man reaches up, and one lands gently in his open hand. Every year, the tree loses its leaves and doesn't pretend otherwise. And the tree doesn't build a wall around the leaves to pretend they didn't fall. Part 8. What we owe each other. We are the only species that knows it will die, and we waste that knowledge. Picture yourself at the center, and lines running out to every person who will one day lose you. Your death will affect people. Your life should too. Every single one of us is in that picture. All of us, standing together. Every one of them is going somewhere. So are you. So the question isn't when. The question is, how did you live? Because the elephant knows. The crow knows. The orca knows. Do you? I made this video for you, and I didn't make it to scare you. I made it because something animals do instinctively. We have to fight to remember. Stays, gathers, carries. That's all it ever was. So look in the mirror and answer honestly. What will you do? Stay, gather, carry. Now let's not waste the time we have. Here's what I actually want you to do. Call someone you love. Tell them. Don't wait. That's it. That's the whole video. If this hit different, hit subscribe and drop a comment. What's the one thing you've been avoiding? I read every single one. And if you think I'm making this up, look at the documented cases: species, behavior, duration, elephant, grave revisiting, ongoing, crow, group gathering, 1 to 4 hours, orca, calf carrying, up to 17 days. These aren't stories. These are peer-reviewed studies. There's literally a field of science called animal thanatology, a whole field dedicated entirely to how animals respond to death. The science is clear. The question is what we do with it. As one wise voice put it, the bravest thing a person can do is look directly at the thing that scares them most. Animals don't know bravery. They just don't know avoidance. Avoidance is a human invention. Hold it like a scale, a skull in one hand, a heart in the other, perfectly balanced. Death awareness equals life fullness. The elephant already knows this. So do you. All right, let's get into it. Oh wait, we just did. Subscribe. Tell someone about this, and share it with someone that needs it. Hit the bell, hit share, leave a comment, and there's more where this came from, up next. This video will break your brain in the best way. Think about someone you love today. Actually tell them. You've been watching Shedstick,